Career education and coursework data elements, specifically work-based learning, industry-recognized credentials, advanced opportunities, dual enrollment, and the arts. This is Jessie Sloan, CTE data consultant. We will be going over reporting, data element definitions for work-based learning, industry-recognized credentials, advanced opportunities, dual enrollment, arts and creativity subject areas. You will hear career education and the arts data elements used in the following areas: school report cards, Carl Perkins accountability reports and grants, roster and coursework collection, and local review in WISE- for district and other state and federal reports. All of this reporting pulls directly from each district's student information system. That means what is entered into your student information system is sent each night to DPI through the WISE reporting system. We call this live data. It is viewable in WISEdata portal, usually the next day, and then viewable in WISE- for district another 24 hours later. Work-based learning, industry-recognized credentials, advanced opportunities, dual enrollment, and the arts are data elements associated with course setup in your student information system. So it's very important that a system is created to collect this information from each teacher and provide it to the data entry personnel that sets up courses within the course master of your student information system. These current opportunities should also be described in your student course handbook. Learn from your assist vendor how to resync data if it needs to be changed. Only new data automatically flows to WISE. Changed data needs a resync. Use the roster work plan to write down each data element for each course. It is really difficult to visualize all the data elements or fields that go into creating a course. The only way to think about this work is to write it down. Writing it down also helps with solving errors in reporting a year later and when you have staff turnover. Identify who creates and edits courses for your school. Often, this is only one or two individuals with high level of student management access, usually somebody in your office. Within your school system, create deadlines for editing courses each year. Here's a tip. Do this before the course master is cloned for future scheduling. It takes a chunk of time to update courses for future scheduling cloning. Usually, data entry personnel are already working on this by Christmas and December. 22-23 school year data was recorded at DPI on December 5th of 2023. This is called the snapshot. This is when DPI literally takes a picture of your data submitted from the 22-23 school year. Snapshot data will be used for reports that come out of DPI. That means the December snapshot will be used for the school report card and Perkins accountability. If you change any of your roster course data after a snapshot, it will not be reflected in any data that DPI is using to fill state and federal reporting requirements. You may notice that districts get about 6 months to update last school year's data before it's due. Here's another tip. Keep your courses up to date with the data elements and the students that should be enrolled in them. Also review WISE- for district for accuracy in the same school year that the data is collected. This helps your brain understand that the data reported in the correct school year and not go between 2 school years at once. This is row 1 of the roster work plan. DPI collects data elements on all courses in our schools. To begin accurate reporting of your courses, we need to identify the courses and their associations. The roster work plan allows you to record the information and give it to your student information system data entry person. DPI receives many inquiries about how this data is recorded in WISEdash, how it was obtained to show up on the school report card, and how did you do that for Perkins accountability reports? The data comes directly from what is entered into your SIS vendor, and it arrives in WISEdash in time for the December snapshot. So the information you give your SIS data entry person is key because that's what they're going to report. It is also helpful to write it down because it's very easy to get confused year to year during staff changes, when you do curriculum updates, when you're copying courses. There's all kinds of reasons to be confused. When you access the roster work plan, the columns represent the information that your student information system data entry person needs to create a course and accurately reflect the data. The blue text is a hyperlink to the DPI data element webpage for easy access. I am circling roster, school department, dual enrollment, advanced courses, IRC, and work-based learning for this presentation. These data elements will keep you organized in setting up your courses. The roster courses box has a hyperlink to the courses. It's to the courses download that helps with identifying the roster code and a generic definition of the course. For example, all arts, CTE, AP, IB, and Project Lead the Way courses have very specific roster codes to use. I can use the course download to sort by column F through J so I could find the right roster codes. The arts category is easy to report. It is based on the roster code. AP, IB, and Project Lead the Way courses are also easy reporting because they are also based on selecting the correct roster code. However, career education data adds additional data elements. Some SIS vendors have the course download built into their software. Keep in mind that teachers do not usually have access to the course setup, so they don't see the same thing that some of your office staff see. So DPI and whomever we present to, we use the courses download to select roster codes and to show them. The school department. Basically, this is a note to help keep you organized so that your data entry understand which course goes with which department. This can be, for example, the CTE departments. We have 6 different content areas in CTE: ag, business, marketing, family consumer sciences, tech ed, and health science. Other departments you might want to keep track of are art, music, and world language. The blue boxes on this slide are additional data elements that are specifically related to career education. So dual enrollment, advanced opportunities, advanced and arts courses, industry recognized credentials, and work-based learning. These data elements are all used in report cards. The bottom snippet is of the course offerings export in WISEdata that you will use that's in WISEdata portal. You can use this export to check how your data is reporting before it goes into WISEdash for district. Here are the data element definitions for topics covered in this presentation. We are not going to go into all these links, but you have them as a resource. On the screen is a graphic organizer for career education data. It is divided into 3 report categories. So CTE Carl Perkins, and this is exactly what we are looking at in Carl Perkins. The report card looks at dual enrollment, advanced placement, international baccalaureate, and the arts it also looks at. And then CTE and report cards both look at industry recognized credentials and work-based learning. We are going to start with understanding the two groupings within CTE and report card program data, the certified versus non-certified. So the green box identifies non-certified courses, and the red box identifies the programs that are in the certified group. Non-certified are work-based learning courses developed by your school. The definitions of these courses are outlined in the Wisconsin Guide to Implement Career-Based Learning Experiences. The red box is the list of certified work-based learning and industry-recognized credentials. These are certified because an outside organization dictates the curriculum. The list of certified work-based learning courses and IRCs require that schools take an extra data step at the conclusion of final grading to add the certificated program status to each student in that course. Certificated program status type informs if the student completed with certificate, is continuing, exited, or completed without certificate. With course setup, you can identify the type of IRC or specific work-based learning. DPI highly encourages schools to create work-based learning courses to schedule students that are in your work-based learning program. A course for the work-based learning time, the student is at work. That's what we want you to create. This helps you keep organized. It helps you know exactly which students are leaving and going to work. It also shows that there is a teacher mentor that is supervising those students, which is part of the 6 criteria of Carl Perkins for reporting work-based learning. Also, if you have a course for your work-based learning, the time the students leave the building, then it will show up on the report on the student's transcript. On this slide, we will focus just on work-based learning. The non-certified work-based learning programs are listed here. Entrepreneurial student business, internship local co-op, school-based enterprise, simulated work site, supervised agriculture experience. These 5 programs must meet the 6 criteria of work-based learning. If your program does not meet the 6 criteria, name it something else. It's not going to be reported right now. It is not work-based learning and may not be submitted as any of these non-certified programs until you get all 6 criteria up to date. State co-op, educational skills and occupational, employability skills, and youth apprenticeship already meet the 6 criteria of work-based learning. All you have to do is go into the course setup and within the certified field, select the type of work-based learning or IRC. And after final grading for certified experiences, you just need to enter the certificated program status type for each student. Industry recognized credentials are all certificated career education programs. Students earn these credentials through a single course, or sometimes it's multiple courses. CIS vendors have directions on how to identify a course or add the certified career education program individually to each student. This is an organization method. So you have to decide if you're going to set up a course to report all the students as earning IRCs, or if you're going to do it individually. Just like certified work-based learning, as I previously had in the last slide, each student earning an IRC will need to have the certificated program status type added to their record after grading. So even if you create a course and identify the course as certified IRC, you still need to go in and add the certificated program status type to every student that earns an IRC at the end of the grading period. CTE teachers should provide data entry with a list of students and how they earned the certificate. You can check work-based learning and IRCs in two ways. First, work with the data entry person who has access to WISEdata portal. Review the export called Certified Non-Certified. This is an aggregate data report and will give you a list of students and the course section, if you had them in a course, that have been identified as a type of work-based learning or IRC. And this is an example of what the export looks like. Second, you can review data in WISE- for District through the snapshot dashboard called Career Education and Coursework. You can look at either the outcome count or the student participation count dashboard. There's two views. You will use the Technical Skills Attainment Student Participation Current View, which is the first table in that dashboard. And then you will pull over the crosstabs, program name, program type, certificated program status, and work-based learning to check your data. Note that the dashboard defaults on the student participation count, which mirror report card head count calculations. The December snapshot is taken from WISE- for District, so the totals and students within these views need to be checked for accuracy before the snapshot. Dual enrollment. Dual enrollment is collecting college courses with high school students enrolled. All reporting of dual enrollment comes from the high school student information system and course setup. Within the course setup, select dual enrollment and the type of institution within the course and the type of institution that you are partnering with to offer the dual enrollment. That happens within the course setup, and here is a list right here. Assign a roster code. You can use any roster code that meets the description of the course. But it's key that inside the course setup, the box for dual enrollment is checked. Then you will enroll students into the course. Courses should be created for early college credit programs, Start College Now, transcripted agreements, articulated agreements, and any other college contracted agreements that you have with colleges and universities. Colleges and universities do not report high school students. And then you need to submit the final grade for the students in those courses. Advanced courses and the arts. Next, or on this slide, these are each included in report cards. So we look at advanced courses, AP, IB, and the arts all show up on school report cards. The advanced coursework category on the school report card collects AP and International Baccalaureate. All reporting of advanced courses and arts courses comes from the student information system and the course setup. AP, IB, and the arts courses requires very specific roster codes for the data to be included on report cards. Assign a roster code to the course that matches the curriculum. Use the specific year courses download to select the very specific AP, IB, or arts roster codes. Some tips are sort the courses download document by the column that's titled course program, and then you can start to differentiate your options. Read the course descriptions. Note that all the IB program types, which are diploma, middle years, and career related, are included in report card counts. Enroll students into these courses and then submit a final grade for students in these courses. Only courses with passing grades are included in the report card counts. Work with the data entry person who has access to WISEdata portal. First, review export course offerings. This is aggregate data and will give you a list of courses in your school. So this is an example of the course offerings download. I like to sort by column P and W and also AA, because that's going to show me my AP and IB courses. This would show me my dual enrollment courses, and this would show me my visual arts or my arts courses. I'm sorry. And then next, you can go into WISE- for district. Again, this is where the snapshot is taken, and you can set up your WISE- for district in your career education and coursework dashboard. And you can set up your table to look like this. The table that you will be reviewing is advanced credit opportunities. That table only shows students that participated in the advanced credit courses, which are going to be AP, IB, and dual enrollment. There's another table below that called the arts, and that is where your arts courses will show up. Your arts participation will show up. There's also another way to look at your courses, and that's through the topics dashboard, but I don't go into that detail here, but I did leave some notes on it for you. All right, here's some tips. Each student information system vendor has training. They have guidebooks. So please get help from your student information system vendor so that you have their help document and that you can get started utilizing their software. But there's also a recorded training of myself and each of the vendors located in WISEdata portal under resources. That's about a 2-hour training, so you can go in and you can also watch that. Data must be reporting in WISE- for district before December snapshot. It's very important to review your data in WISE- for district to ensure accuracy and give yourself time to do that. Data changed in the student information system after the snapshot will not be used for school report card or Perkins calculations for that reporting year. Again, create a data team. Multiple staff have their hands in this data. So just some ideas to help you name those people and find those people to be on your team. Who's creating the course master? Who's scheduling students? How do you collect this information from teachers? What are you collecting from teachers? How do you collect information about dual enrollment when students are off campus utilizing early college credit program and start college now? Just so you know, they're all filling out applications that your school board is approving, so you know who those students are and what they're taking, usually a year ahead of time. Identify who checks WISEdata portal. Are they checking these exports specific to CTE and career education and the arts? And then who on your team is responsible for checking WISE- for district? And are they doing this well in advance before a snapshot so that we can see that all the work and effort we've put in is correct? And then is someone on your team maintaining that roster work plan and making sure that we're getting all the information to data entry correct? And here are some resources to help you. Here's the CTE Data Resources webpage. The CTE and Career Education Data WISE Guide is there. Report card resources. You can look at the course and program data guide. And please feel free to reach out to any of us if you need additional help or submit a DPI help ticket. Thank you.